For this assignment, we had to choose an ESL strategy, and the one I chose is visuals. I chose visuals because me personally, I'm a visual person and prefer to have visuals than to not have them. So I would use visuals in my first grade class because that's the grade that I prefer to teach, and now I want to teach after I have finished my program. And my favorite subject is math. So math is a very good subject to have visuals in. A couple of the visuals I would use would be like a flow chart, a Venn diagram, graphs, and pictures. A flow chart is an easy to understand diagram showing how steps in a process fit together. A flowchart can be used by defining and analyzing a word problem. It can also be a step-by-step picture of the process of an analysis. And lastly, it is also used good for to have discussions for step-by-step pictures or even for communication. A flowchart defines standardized or finds areas for improvement in a process. Another visual that I mentioned I would use is a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram is a graphic organizer that is made up of 2 or 3 overlapping circles, and a Venn diagram is a great tool to use, especially in math. The Venn diagrams are used to visualize the relationship between 2 or 3 sets of an equation. The Venn diagram can also be used to compare and contrast the characteristics of other items like groups of people, individual people, or even books, characters, and animals are all great examples of how you can compare and contrast stuff. Graphs and pictures are also another great way to show visuals. Graphs are used to graph different equations to find the slope of an equation. Also, you can use pictures for word problems. You can show the children how to work the word problem, and then you can show them a step-by-step and how to draw a picture with each word problem to give them an example and how to work a word problem. These visuals are what I would use when I was in elementary school, and they were extremely helpful to me. I was able to learn better when I saw visuals of like math problems, because honestly, me personally, I am horrible at word problems. I'm good at math in general, but when it comes to word problems, I'm bad at it. And so when the teacher would use a visual for a word problem and draw out it and do it step by step, it made me understand the math problem a lot better than what I did in the beginning. Using visuals for an ELL student, I think, would help them understand math better, because obviously they don't know English, so they can't understand it. So when they see it visually, they are able to see the problems and would be able to understand it better. And also, with them seeing it in the future, the ELL students should be, at the end of the year, be able to talk in English about the word problem and what the word problem means.